If you're leading a team and the same problems keep resurfacing, tension, indecision, people waiting on direction, even though you've hired capable adults, it's usually not a people problem. It's a leadership timing problem. Welcome back to the lab. I'm Catherine, and this is Leadership Lab 360, where we break down leadership systems and team psychology so leaders can scale without becoming the bottleneck. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 stages of the Tuckman Ladder and the most common leadership mistakes that happen at each stage. I'll share with you the simple leadership rule that helps teams move forward instead of getting stuck. The Tuckman Ladder isn't about personality or effort. It explains how teams respond to uncertainty. As clarity increases, behavior changes. As safety increases, initiative follows. Leaders shape both. Let's start at the beginning, forming. Psychologically, forming is about risk assessment. People are quiet, not because they agree, but because they're asking. What's expected of me? What happens if I speak up too early? What gets rewarded here? A common leadership mistake in the forming stage is assuming that silence means alignment. Here's a leadership rule that you can use on your team. Over-communicate purpose and boundaries. Clearly say what this team owns, what I decide, how we'll know this is working. Clarity reduces risk. Safety unlocks participation. Once people feel safer, they start speaking up, and that moves us into the second stage, storming. Storming is where leaders start to worry something is wrong. Disagreements show up. Roles overlap. People push back. A common leadership mistake that shows up during storming is soothing tension instead of directing it. They say things like, "Let's stay positive. We'll figure it out later. Let's not get stuck on this." A leadership rule that you can use during storming is structure disagreements, don't suppress it. Leadership actions that you can take are to name who decides, clarify trade-offs out loud, say where disagreement is useful and how it gets resolved. Conflict handled well builds trust. Conflict avoided creates politics. When conflict has structure, teams don't stay in storming. They move on to the next phase, norming. In norming, people relax, not because everything is perfect, but because the system feels predictable. Meetings make sense, expectation is clear, friction decreases. But this is where teams often stall or quietly slide backwards. A common leadership mistake that occurs during norming is the set and forget expectations. Leaders assume clarity is permanent, and then priorities shift. Work changes, roles blur, and no one says it out loud. Leaders can use this rule during the norming stage. Re-clarify when anything changes. Actions that leaders can take include restate ownership when priorities shift, revisit norms after conflict, make clarity visible, not implied. Clarity isn't a one-time setup. It's a leadership maintenance task. When clarity becomes consistent, teams reach the 4th stage, performing. Performing isn't about intensity. It's about trust and predictability reinforcing each other. People take initiative because they know where decisions live and what success looks like. A common leadership mistake that happens during the performing stage is becoming the shortcut again. Jumping back into decisions, second-guessing execution, or overcorrecting. A leadership rule that you can use during the performing stage is protect clarity, don't replace it. As leaders, you should stay out of execution, and you should step in only when clarity erodes. Resist becoming the decision shortcut. That's how high performance sustains itself. Teams don't fail because people aren't capable. They struggle because leaders don't adjust how they lead as the team develops. Your job isn't to push them up the ladder. It's to give them what each stage psychologically requires. If this video helped you see your team differently, then give it a thumbs up. And follow Leadership Lab 360 for practical leadership clarity without the noise.